Very good morning dear students. Welcome back to the class. This video is for class 10th subject science chapter number 13 magnetic effects of current, and this is lecture number 3. So dear students, in previous lecture we have studied about the magnetic field due to a straight conductor carrying current, and today's topic is magnetic field due to a current passing through a circular loop. So till now we have studied that when in a conductor current is flowing, suppose I am showing you the electrical circuit only conductor part here, then the concentric circles are formed around the conductor in this way. And these concentric circles are formed having the center as the straight wire. And we have also studied that as we go away from the center of the concentric circles, that means the conducting wire, these circles become larger and larger because the magnetic field strength is decreasing as we go away from the center of the, or you can say the straight conductor. As we go away from the straight conductor, the magnetic field strength decreases. We have also studied that what is the effect of current on this. That when we increase the amount of current flowing in a conductor, in a straight conductor, then current is directly proportional to the magnetic field strength. It increases as the amount of current is increased. So let me show you how this straight conductor is having concentric circles around it. As you can see here, that here we have the straight conductor which is having current in it. Current is flowing here. Here I am showing you the conductor only, but let us suppose that current is flowing from down towards the upside. That means current is coming towards our side or perpendicularly to the plane we are seeing. So when the current is flowing in this way, in this straight conductor, then magnetic field, what kind of magnetic field is produced around the straight conductor? Concentric circles are produced, or in the form of circles magnetic field is produced. So here you can see the circles, the dotted line circles are showing you the magnetic field lines around a straight conductor. And as we go away from the conductor, the magnetic field strength decreases. But a straight conductor will always provide us a limited amount of magnetic strength. So what if we have to increase the magnetic field strength, then what to do? We can bend the wire in the form of a loop or a circle so that magnetic field strength can be increased. And how it is done, let me show you. So earlier I was having a copper wire, and that copper wire was in the straight conducting form. But now I have bent the conducting wire in the form of a circular loop. Circular loop means when the wire is bent in the form of a circle, and it is called a loop. And these two ends you are seeing here will be connected to the circuit. So in what direction or how a current carrying loop, circular loop, produces the magnetic field around it? So earlier we were having the conductor as in the straight form. Now we have bent the conductor to form a circular loop. So what will happen? Earlier the current was flowing in upward direction, but now the current first flows in the upward direction and then it flows into downward direction when a wire is formed as a circular loop. So let us see how this circular loop is arranged in the circuit and how the magnetic field is produced. So let us understand this with the help of an activity. First, we have to take a thick cardboard sheet on which we will sprinkle the iron filings uniformly, and then we will pass a circular loop of wire through it. And then the two ends of the conducting circular loop will be connected to the circuit, electric circuit here in this way. And in the circuit we are having ammeter, key, battery and a rheostat to adjust the current. So this is how we are going to pass a circular loop through this cardboard sheet. So dear students, this is the circular loop of wire passed through this paper or this cardboard sheet. As you can see it here, that this circular loop is having two ends, and these two ends will be connected in these two ends of the circuit. So this is now having a current. So as the battery direction is from positive to negative, so current direction will be that current will enter through this point and it will exit from the circular wire in this direction. So we can make it like this, that we are having a conducting circular loop in which current is flowing in this direction. So what happens when the current is flowing in a circular conductor? Then magnetic field produces around it. So first let us take the example of the straight conductor. That when the current is flowing in a straight conductor, then according to the right hand thumb rule, we know that when current is flowing from south to north or from low to upward direction, then the current is flowing in this direction. So we know that if we have a conductor and we arrange our thumb in the direction of the current, then the curls of the finger tells us the direction of the magnetic field lines. So this is the direction of the magnetic field lines. So here just see this portion of the circular loop, because a circular loop is formed by joining very small segments of the straight conducting wire. So circular loop is made up of straight conductors only. And when we see that here in this portion current is flowing from low to upward direction, so what will happen? The current is flowing from low to upward direction and the curls of the finger will be giving us the direction of the magnetic field around it. And when we see this segment of the circular loop, then here current is flowing from up to down. So the conductor will have the direction of magnetic field lines in this way. So here you can see that current is flowing, because here also this circular loop, this segment of this circular loop will behave as a straight conductor, and the current, the magnetic field will be produced as the concentric circles having this circular conductor as the center of the magnetic field. So we will be having concentric circles around the conductor. This way, and we know that as we go away from the conducting wire, then magnetic field strength decreases and the gap between the magnetic field lines increases. So as these circles become bigger and bigger, so at the center of the circular loop from both the sides, the magnetic field lines, they almost become parallel to each other, and hence at the center of the circular loop we have the uniform magnetic field. And because the magnetic field strength lines are getting merged from the two portions of the circular loop, so magnetic field strength is maximum at the center of the circular loop. And when we talk about the circular conductor passing through the cardboard sheet having the iron filings sprinkled on it, then when the current passes through it, the iron filings will arrange themselves according to the magnetic field around the circular loop. So we get the arrangements or we get the patterns like this, that we are having concentric circles around the circular loop having current flowing in two directions. First from upward direction, and here the current is going downwards. So here on the sheet of this cardboard you can see that I have drawn the concentric circles, and these concentric circles are having the center as the conducting wire. So in a circular loop, the current is the magnetic field is formed in the form of concentric circles. And as we go away from this portion of the conducting circular loop, then magnetic field strength decreases, or you can say the circles become bigger and bigger. Here, if we apply the right hand thumb rule, then same thing will happen, that when current is flowing in the upward direction and we place our thumb in this manner. So this will be the direction of, or you can say this will be the direction of the magnetic field lines. So that I have shown with the pink arrows, that this is the direction of the magnetic field line. When we apply the right hand thumb rule at this portion, then also we are getting the magnetic field lines. They are moving in this direction. But now you can think that as we go away from the conducting wire towards the center of the circular loop, then circles of magnetic field lines becomes bigger and they get merged into each other from both of the sides, and they become almost straight. So this straight line is showing the magnetic field lines at the center of the circular loop, which is almost the straight. So we can say that the maximum strength is at the center of the circular loop of magnetic field I am talking about, and the magnetic field strength is almost uniform in the center of the circular loop. Here you can also see that as we go away from the conductor, the gap between the concentric circles increases. So here we are having the maximum magnetic field strength. There is one more method, or we can call it clock phase rule, that we have to understand, that can be used to find out that how or what will be the direction of the magnetic field lines around a circular loop. So to find out the direction of the magnetic field lines, we can apply right hand thumb rule, which is also called Maxwell's corkscrew rule. Why it is called so? Because you must have seen that when we put the screws at our home, this way, and when the direction of the movement of the screw is in such a way that the motion of the upper portion or the cork of the screw is in this direction, or if we are having a circular loop and the current is flowing in it from this direction, then the screw, the direction of the screw will tell us the direction of the magnetic field lines. Let me show you the top view of the corkscrew. Suppose this is the top view of the corkscrew, and we are moving it in this direction. This way we are doing it. So when we move the screw in this direction, then what happens? The screw goes inside the hole or inside the wall, as we do it at homes. So that means when the current is flowing in this direction, then the magnetic field lines will go inside the circular loop, as we are having here, that when the current was flowing in this direction, the magnetic field lines were going here. And when the current, suppose the current is flowing in opposite direction, then what will happen? The magnetic field lines will change their direction. So here, right hand thumb rule is also called Maxwell's corkscrew rule. And when this is done in opposite direction, then this screw comes out of the wall or hole. That means magnetic field lines will come out of the circular loop at our side. And magnetic field lines will always be perpendicular to the circular loop, as we have seen it here, that this is the cardboard which I am having, and this is our conductor, and this is the plane in which the magnetic field lines get produced, and this plane is perpendicular to the circular conducting wire. So magnetic field lines are perpendicular to the circular loop, or you can say the direction of the current flowing. Another method to find out the direction of the magnetic field strength of a circular loop is to remember the clock face rule. Clock face rule says that when you are standing in front of a circular loop and it behaves as a clock for you, and the current is flowing in such a way that the direction of the current is this, clockwise. So here the direction of the current is this. And when we join these two letters, these two direction of the current, then this forms, these arrows are showing you the direction of the flow of current. So this is forming a letter S. So we have just studied that when the current is flowing in clockwise direction, then the magnetic field lines produced around the circular loop are in this way, that they are going inward the circular loop. And why I am saying it resembles the letter S, because this is the method to remember that this behaves, this face of the circular loop in which the current is flowing in clockwise direction will behave as the south pole of the magnet. Why? Because we know that in case of a bar magnet, the magnetic field lines, they emerge out from the north and enter in the south. So this is what happening here. So you can think that this circular loop is behaving as this point for us. And here we have the circular loop, and these are the magnetic field lines around it, perpendicular to the circular loop. So we can say that when the current is flowing in clockwise direction in a circular loop, then that face of the circular loop is acting as a south pole of the magnet, where the magnetic field lines are entering in the circle. The another method is or you can say the another part of it is that when in a circular loop the current is flowing in such a way that the flow of current is anti-clockwise, or you can say the current first flows upward and then it comes downward, and when we merge these two and these arrows are indicating the flow of the current. So when the current is flowing in anti-clockwise direction in a circular loop, so that part or that face of the circular loop will behave as the north pole of the magnet, as this letter will help you to remember this. Or one more thing is that anti-clockwise, current is anti-clockwise, so N is there in anti-clockwise, so you can remember that this face of the magnetic or circular loop is acting as a north pole of the bar magnet. Why? Because at the north pole of the magnetic field line, if we apply right hand thumb rule here, then how the magnetic field lines will be generated? It is in downward direction, so the magnetic field lines will come in this way, and if we apply the right hand thumb rule here, then also the magnetic field lines will flow in this direction. That means they are coming, so they are coming out. So what phase this circular loop should be? It should be north pole only of the bar magnet, from where the magnetic field lines emerge out. So that is why the face or the circular loop in which the current is flowing anti-clockwise, then that face of the circular loop is supposed to be acting as a north pole of the magnet. Now let us study the factors on which the magnetic field of a circular loop will depend. So the first factor is that when we increase current in the circuit, because the magnetic field is produced in a circular loop is because of the flow of current, and when we increase this amount of current, then the magnetic field strength will increase, and that will be represented as the more number of concentric circles around the circular loop. So current, or you can say the magnetic field strength of a circular loop, is directly proportional to the current flowing in the circular loop. This will be our first equation. Then what will happen to the circular loop or the magnetic field strength of the circular loop when I increase the number of turns of a circular loop? This is how it will look when instead of having a single circle or single circular loop of the conducting wire, I am having a number of circular loops in which the current is flowing. So what will happen to the magnetic field strength? Because in all the circular loops, the current will flow in the same direction. So the same magnetic field lines will be produced for each single circle. So magnetic field strength increases, or you can say directly proportional to the number of magnetic, or you can say the circular loops or turns of the wire. Magnetic field strength increases as we increase the number of turns of the wire. The third factor is the distance, or you can say the radius of the concentric circles, which tells us the magnetic field strength. So we have seen that as we go away from the conducting wire, so we have seen that increase in the distance between the magnetic field lines increases. So this distance or this gap between two magnetic field lines increases, and this tells us the magnetic field strength decreases as we go away from the conducting wire in any direction. That means magnetic field strength is inversely proportional to the radius of the concentric circles formed around a circular loop. So now we have the three equations. By combining them, we can say magnetic field strength is directly proportional to Ni upon. Summarize our chapter, that what we have studied in our chapter, we have studied that how magnetic field is produced around a current carrying circular loop. So we have seen that concentric circles encircling the circular loop are formed as the magnetic field lines around the circular loop. We have also seen that what are the methods to find out the direction of the magnetic field around the circular loop. So that can be found out with the help of right hand thumb rule, which is also called Maxwell's corkscrew rule. One more method, that is called clock face rule, that we have studied today. How to remember that which portion or which face of the circular loop is behaving as the north or south pole of the magnet. Then we have seen various factors on which the magnetic field intensity, or you can say magnetic field strength, depends, and that were the number of turns of the conducting wire, the current flowing in the circuit, and the distance, or you can say the radius of the concentric circles. So these were the three factors we have seen that they will affect the magnetic field intensity. And we have seen that what is the proportionality, like number of turns are directly proportional to the magnetic field strength, current flowing in the conductor is also directly proportional to the magnetic field intensity, and the radius is inversely proportional to the magnetic field intensity. That means as we go away from the circular loop, the magnetic field intensity decreases. We have also seen that in case of a circular loop, the current at the center of the circular loop is maximum and uniform. As the concentric circles are now large enough that they behave, or they are parallel to each other, so they behave as a uniform magnetic field. So radius means that when the circular loop is smaller, then the magnetic field strength will be very high at the center, because small concentric circles will be formed and the merging of the two side concentric circles will be sooner. So magnetic field strength will be higher. And as we go away, or you can say when we have the bigger circular loop, and as we go away from the circular loop towards the center of the circle, here the magnetic field strength is already very low. So low magnetic field strength lines are merging with each other, and this they will get a reduced magnetic field intensity. So dear students, remember the clock face rule, as we will study or will use this clock face rule in our next topic as well, which is current flowing due to a current in a solenoid. So that is our next topic that we are going to do in our next chapter. Till then, let us see the homework of this lecture. In today's homework, you are having two questions as your homework. Question number 1 is, consider a circular loop of wire lying in the plane of the table. Let the current pass through the loop clockwise. Apply the right hand rule to find out the direction of magnetic fields inside and outside the loop. Second question is, the magnetic field in a given region is uniform. Draw a diagram to represent it. So these two questions you have to do, and these are the in-text questions of page number 229. So this is your homework. We'll do the solenoid in the next lecture. Till then, take care and goodbye.